So last night I watched When Eight Bells Toll. And as always, if you enjoy this, leave a like. If you want to see more, hit follow. And if you've got anything to say about this video or any others, hit the comment box below. This was one of many entries into the spy genre which became flooded after the roaring success of the James Bond franchise, where copycat movies like Deadlier Than the Male tried to be a little more camp and comedic. This went the other way and is very gritty and realistic. It's hard to believe it now, but Anthony Hopkins, who stars here, was merely a stage and television actor at the time, only making his big screen debut a year earlier in The Looking-Glass War. This movie we're reviewing today was his first starring role. Based on an Alistair MacLean novel, Hopkins plays the insubordinate spy that's so good they can't reprimand him. A stunning intro gives us the size of our character when he appears from dark water wearing a wetsuit and shimmies up an anchor chain, only to discover two dead colleagues. This certainly plays out closer to a modern Bond in its effort to maintain realism at all times, but sometimes it goes a bit far and can border on tedium. It doesn't necessarily feel like a drag, but at times the extensive coverage of phone calls and scenes of Hopkins just moving around the island could almost certainly be trimmed down. There is a lot of boring spy work without the glamour and action of some of the more acclaimed movies. The story is a little convoluted. I don't think it was put to film as well as it could have been because by all accounts the book is known as a certified classic. Hopkins is good and very believable as a real-life spy, but desperately lacks charisma, and his chemistry with Nathalie Delon is very unconvincing. It's interesting that he was actually offered Bond after this and turned it down, somewhat of a good result for all parties long term. This has a number of things I really like in a movie. Gorgeous location shooting in Scotland, a solid enough story and a good strong lead and cast, and it's interesting to see a young Anthony Hopkins at work. I know some complain about the over-the-top acting of Robert Morley in this, but I actually liked his character, although admittedly it does take away somewhat from the gritty nature of the rest of the movie and feels a little out of place. Nonetheless, if you enjoy spy films, I will give this a look. I watched a really nice print for free on YouTube. I'm going to give it a 3 star.